Welcome back, Kiss fans, to episode 3 of Kiss My Past. While this specific show was designed for more of nostalgia for Kiss, I mean, we're in the midst of ultra nostalgia as Kiss is basically, for all intents and purposes, called it quits. And the new era of Kiss has begun, where they're going to become avatars. And it's been 2 weeks since the last show. Dust has settled. I watched it on pay-per-view. I didn't go. I could have went, and I really debated. I was watching the ticket prices. And at the last minute, I said, you know what? I had a sneaking suspicion. Of course, it's special. It was the last, supposed last performance of them on tour. That's the big keyword as a tour. Who knows if they're going to pop up and do shows here and there. A la Vegas residency. But I was going to go. So I just opted for the pay-per-view. So, watched the pay-per-view at home. Good show. Solid show. A little disappointed that there was really nothing out of the ordinary. It was just like a cookie-cutter Kiss show. Not to diminish it, because I enjoyed it. Sounded great. Everybody played well. I don't know who they hired as cameramen for the pay-per-view channel, why they didn't utilize the Kiss's own cameramen that do all the shots for the screens, because they were clueless to all the key points in the show. Meaning, I remember 1 minute you're seeing Gene ready to breathe fire, and all of a sudden you're at the back of the arena and you see it from the back of the arena. Or key parts where they're singing certain songs and they're behind them or away from somebody singing, or when you knew a solo was coming up, they're not on Tommy. I don't know why they didn't take the people from the Kiss crew and say, okay, you guys need to work these cameras because you know where all the key points of the show are, so you don't miss anything. That was my one complaint about the pay-per-view. And the interviews were a little lackluster, kind of boring. And the interviews with Gene, Paul, Tommy, and Eric were all out of sequence. None of the voice matched. So from what I'm hearing and reading and following up with everything, I'm a big fan of Three Sides of the Coin. I always watch and listen to those guys. It was just everybody had the same problem where it didn't sync up. So I would have thought that this would have been priority one to make sure everything was perfect. But the show was good. Like I said, very anticlimactic. I thought there would have been maybe a slideshow at the end of thank you to everybody that's been in the band. Bill Aucoin, Sean Delaney, everybody that helped us get to where we are today. And there was really nothing. Especially in the city of New York, where this is where it started for you. I kind of thought there would have been a little bit more. So that was my little bit of disappointment. As far as grading the show, sounded good. Everything looked good. I enjoyed it. Sat there with my wife. Not a big Kiss fan, and she enjoyed the show. And then, of course, at the end, what do you get? The new era of Kiss begins. Now they're going to be avatars. Okay. I'm still watching a lot of the videos and delving into what it's going to be. And you know what? It's okay. I mean, what are you going to do? They can't live forever. They're in their 70s. I mean, I'm 51, and I wouldn't want to get up there and do the shit that they're doing. So I get it. At some point, something's got to give, and they got to do something different. Now, the whole Avatar thing, I like visuals. I like cartoons and stuff like that. So if they're going to do stuff where maybe they're going to play music from specific periods. See, I thought it would be cool if they created avatars for each version of Kiss. Because, this is Kiss My Past. It's all about nostalgia for me. Take us back. Give us avatars of Kiss from the 70s and work your way up. Go back to 74. Let's see Paul with the bandit makeup on, or like the early incarnations of the makeup, and see them starting out and playing some of the demo versions in the background of some of the stuff from the first album. Sort of like not to use the term from the old days of the Kiss Expo videos, visual evolution, but sort of something like that. Take us back to that and make it like a history of the band and move your way through. That I thought would be kind of cool, It's because then you could take us to the different outfits, different points in history, different tours, different stages. Obviously, we don't want cookie cutter everything, just a cartoon version of the stage, but you can incorporate all the stuff they would try to incorporate with these visuals, like where you just saw the Avatar with Gene. Of course, he's breathing fire, and he's got these big bat wings, and you can embellish it and do crazy shit. Even, where certain tours in the 70s, like when they go to Budokan, you can sort of incorporate When they first toured Japan in '76, they could incorporate a lot of the Japanese culture, like the chirashi, or however you say it, or the different types of letters. There's so many things, especially older fans like myself, would be nostalgic for, and would eat it up like candy. That I would really. I mean, as far as going forward with, I mean, I guess if they came out with like videos with new music, I'd be lying if I said I didn't check it out. I'd be lying if I said I probably wouldn't buy it. And I understand some people's hesitance, like, oh, no, it's not for me. I'm done. I'm not doing it. I get it. Everybody's entitled to what they want to do with Kiss. But I just want to jump on and say this is the thoughts that I had. I'm willing to give this new era of Kiss a chance and see where it goes. I'm of course, they've made mention of Ace Frehley, kind of shitting on it already, and I'm sure Peter Criss has. I didn't really see it. As you can tell, I'm just getting over the flu, so I've been out of it for a little bit, and I just want to get on here because now that I got a bit of a voice back. And as of this recording, it's exactly two weeks after the show, and I let the dust settle. Talk to some friends who are fans, some friends that were at the show, and just absorbed as much as I could and see, I'm willing to give this new era a shot because, especially if you're older like myself, at some point you can't do it anymore. And let's face it, if you watch them up there, Gene's face, albeit from what you find out after the fact that he had a kidney stone, God bless him. If you guys ever had a kidney stone, you wouldn't catch my ass up on stage in front of 30,000 people with a kidney stone, man, because that shit's not comfortable. So shout out to Gene Simmons for even doing that. So I get it. They couldn't do it at this point. But I think there's a lot of cool stuff to come for Kiss fans. And if they do recreate new music where they play it through these avatars, so be it. Who cares? I mean, it's all for fun. Everybody's got to stop taking it so, literally and just have fun with it. You know how Kiss is. Kiss is always going to evolve. I could honestly take this better than like traveling touring versions of them. There was that mention years ago where they were pitching a show to sort of replace themselves and basically just an officially sanctioned cover band. I know 3 of them that are within 90 minutes of me that I've seen that are good. I would just go see them for $10-15 at a local club and enjoy myself. I don't need to see one that's officially sanctioned that could be in an arena. I guess they're trying to do like a Trans-Siberian Orchestra where they can have multiple ones going around at the same time. But I would honestly rather have the Avatar thing because it might be kind of cool. There's a lot of things they could do with this. And I don't know. It's too early to tell. But those are just my thoughts. I'm a 48-year Kiss fan. And I just figured, you know what? As a lifelong Kiss fan, I'm willing to give it a shot, see where it goes. Why not? What the hell? This isn't rocket science. It's just all about fun. It's all about the music for Kiss. And for me, especially for Kiss, it's always been about the music. I mean, of course, grew up in the 70s. The first visualization is what drew me as a young child. But I've stayed through all these years and I'm driving around in my car and I'm listening to their music. It's always been about the music. So they put out some new music through these avatars and stuff. I know there was a lot of people had a hard on about the avatars being Tommy and Eric. But if they're moving forward, they were part of the band as much as, a lot of people have a bug up their ass. I mean, I'm the OG band guy. But Tommy and Eric have been there a long time, so they weren't going to bring Ace and Peter back in and make them avatars. But that's where I'm thinking if you go back and create multiple different versions of the avatars where you do in different periods and doing videos with different songs, especially songs that they never played live. Like if they had the Destroyer or the Rock and Roll Over outfits on and their avatars and they're playing Mr. Speed, one of my favorite songs, shit like that you've never heard. A lot of possibilities and only time will tell. Like I said, it's only been 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So let's see where it goes from here. So that's just my thoughts on now that the dust has settled. I'm optimistic, and let's see where it goes from here. Why not? Give it a shot. Don't condemn something before you even take a look at it. That's the way I look at it because it's one of those things where, especially you people out there with kids, when you have young kids and they don't want to try anything new or they want to wait. And I would always tell my kids, you know what? Try this. Just give it a shot. And no, I don't want to try it. I don't want to try it. I don't like it. How do you know you don't like it? Give it a shot, because you know what? You can spend your entire life not trying that and not realizing that that might be the best thing you've ever had. Right? So let's see where it goes. Maybe it'll be fun. Maybe it won't be so great. But you know what? Let's be optimistic and see where it goes from there. I promise the next Kiss My Past, I'm trying to go back into some cool shit from the 70s. And I did the Poland Halloween special. I did a review on Kiss Meets the Phantom, but I might go delve back into that. And maybe some of the tours and stuff. There's so many possibilities. That's why I want to do this, something along the lines of Kiss, just to get my Kiss fix out, aside from all my other horror stuff that I do on this channel. But you guys got any ideas? By all means, hit me up in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Are you buying into this? Are you gonna check it out? Not necessarily empty your pocket for all this Kiss stuff, but are you gonna check it out? Give it a shot. See where it goes. You know, instead of being resistant to basically the future. That's what's going to happen, you know? At some point, these guys aren't going to be there anymore. You know, God forbid. They're in their 70s, and Lord never knows. Nothing's ever guaranteed. The next day's not guaranteed. We're all going to go at some point, you know? So they've earned the right to basically retire. But they're going to keep moving, and they're the type of people that if they don't keep doing stuff, I think they'll lose their mind. So I say give it a shot. But I'll be back probably another week or so with another Kiss My Past episode, and should be past this time, because nothing new is really going to be coming out as far as the avatars, as far as I know, unless they surprise us with something, you know, right around Christmas. Christmas is within a week. But we'll see where this goes, and be sure, helps people find this channel, especially some Kiss fans. There's a lot of Kiss fans filtering in. Kiss and horror go hand in hand. They always have. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and this way you get notified some new Kiss stuff that's going to appear on here, and some more Kiss My Past episodes. So any ideas, hit me up in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if I probably won't have an episode out before the holidays, but everybody have a great holiday. Have a happy new year, and let's see where this new era goes. Until then, I'll talk to you soon.